around the corner from a new bookstore that just opened up. It was a gay bookstore. A lot of trouble with Canada Customs. Apparently books that they wanted to sell were being stopped at the border, being destroyed, and yet they were still on the hook for paying for it. And I wondered who's going to stand up for this little struggling bookstore. Fortunately, BC Civil Liberties Association did exactly that. And you got to admire somebody that will stand on the right side in a David and Goliath struggle like that. I invite everyone that sees this to please help us out, because we're already helping you.
So a lot of people know that when you go across the border, they can search your suitcase or your briefcase. A lot of people don't seem to know that they also like to look in your laptop or your cell phone just to see what you might have on there. In some cases, we've heard that they're actually copying information and looking at it later, or potentially seizing the entire computer for later inspection. So we filed an access to information request with Canada Border Services Agency, asking for all of their training materials and statistics and whatnot on exactly what they're doing at the border with paperless electronic. And right now we've got a package of documents back from them. They didn't respond fully to the request, so we're still kind of a bit upset about that and maybe making a complaint to see if we can get anything else. But we do know a lot more than we used to, and we're looking for ways to go forward with that.
We trained about 450 people as legal observers. We had almost 300 active legal observers in the gates. In the legal observer training, we included workshops on how to interact with security officials. So we did know your rights workshops, and we kind of outlined what kind of conduct is appropriate and what isn't. From an educational perspective, I think that is huge. We had so many people that were coming forward and just were very grateful about having that information that they may not have previously been aware of. Throughout the Olympic Games, we saw the police conduct being pretty restrained in terms of conduct that we have historically that we have historically seen from the VPD. And I think having people in their orange shirts out on the street with video cameras and being trained in terms of things to look for in any situation definitely worked to mitigate some of those situations and also diffuse some of those situations that could have gone worse than they did.
One of the events that we held this year that was really successful was we had Michael Geist come. Michael Geist is a professor, but he's also an international expert in copyright law and fair use of copyright products. So we had him come out, and we had well over 200 people in the audience, and one of the main outcomes of that was we really increased our membership base in terms of their knowledge of the issues around copyright, and the Bccla actually following that has become far more involved in the reforms to copyright, proposed reforms to copyright law in Canada, and also more prepared to be involved in litigation if necessary to ensure free expression around things like sampling and use of copyrighted works in other new and creative works.